The movies that we make, Van and I, it's Van Neistat and I are, in a way, communication aspects of the sculpture. They're built like, the movies that we make are built just like sculptures, but they're films. So they show the flaws. They're shot with a Canon T2i with a missing pixel in the middle. About 2/3 of the way down from the top of the screen, you'll see one red dot. It's almost always there. And I think we're about to get a new version, like the T2i or something. I'm not sure. But it's the idea that we started making movies when iMovie came out, and then when iMovie started to become so difficult and not functional, that's when we stopped for about 3 years, and now we're using Final Cut because it's easy again.
What lenses did you use? Because you had such great, intricate close-ups of drills and things like that.
That's the off-the-shelf Canon zoom lens. I don't even remember the number of it, but it's probably something like a 20 or 30 millimeter to zoom out to be somewhere between 80 and 125. It's like the basic off-the-shelf one. It's not even the one with a red ring on it. It's not the good one. I think we bought one of those later when we had to get another T2i to take a picture of our T2i for the credit sequence in the space program. We needed a photo of the camera, so we had to buy a second one just to take one photo of the first one, which we then returned.
Oh, you did? Okay, so the entire film is shot on a Canon T2i?
Yeah. Its name is Baby Jesus, and in this credit sequence, you'll see that credit sequence is shot. You'll see the camera is in it. So there is some iPhone footage also, but nothing. There's nothing exotic. When we shoot still photos of the sculptures, those are all shot with like a 40 Ninja Pixel Hasselblad digital back. Those are always shot by Genevieve Hansen or Joshua White. But those are stills, and those are for the images that you'll see in books and on the websites.
What was the decision to use a T2i? I mean, I was thinking you used maybe a red or something. It's beautiful, but
it really was what Van had. That's Van's camera, and what's important about the T2i to our team is that Van knows what all the buttons do, and a red has probably a superior camera in nearly every way, except you have a huge liability because it's so expensive. The virtue of a cheap camera is that it's not an heirloom product. It's a consumable, even though cameras typically aren't understood as consumables. The films and the data cards are considered consumables. But when something's that cheap, you can take risks. You don't have to obsess about it. And I think a lot of filmmakers and camera aficionados are more obsessed with the hardware than what it's capturing. And if something's only $500 and you've got a huge production ahead of you, it's really a relatively small part. And that reversal of economics and power is what gives us the freedom to make a movie like we did. It's a bar lowering effect. And also, I can't underscore this enough, the knowing how to use the tool is the most important thing, not what the tool can do. As a sculptor, I've made much better work with lower quality tools that were in my hands that I know that I have a muscle memory with than a more precise, better tool, just because it's part of my body. I'm not thinking. So when Van's getting these shots, he doesn't have to worry about learning about some great new feature. He just goes.